Hi everyone, our usual host at Crypto News Report is not able to record today's news session. Fortunately, as his partner Sam, I will be covering today's huge report regarding the SEC dropping charges against Ripple. This monumental legal battle between the regulator and the blockchain company has been rocked by a tectonic shift as a result of the Securities and Exchange Commission's decision to drop charges against top Ripple executives. This astonishing about-face suggests that the SEC has come to the conclusion that its case is on shaky ground and has been forced into retreat as a result. Let's take a close look at the history of the situation. When it filed its lawsuit against Ripple in December 2020, the SEC managed to catch the cryptocurrency industry completely off guard. According to the allegations made in the complaint, Ripple raised over $1.3 billion through the sale of XRP to retail, as well as institutional investors through an illegal securities offering. The SEC brought charges against Ripple Inc., as well as against its chief executive officer Brad Garlinghouse and chairman Chris Larsen. The executives were accused of aiding and abetting Ripple's securities violations by personally profiting from XRP sales. This was a violation of the Securities Exchange Act. Both Garlinghouse and Larsen have, from the very beginning, steadfastly insisted that they are innocent. Ripple scored its first major victory in March of this year, when a judge ruled that the sale of XRP to retail customers did not meet the legal requirements to be considered investment contracts under applicable securities laws. The SEC was dealt a blow that was absolutely catastrophic just as the trial was getting underway. Since then, Ripple has done nothing but improve its standing in the market. It assembled a rockstar legal team, triumphed in the battle for public perception, and successfully resumed operations on a global scale. The Southeastern Conference, SEC, was starting to look hopeless. Now, the SEC has agreed to drop all aiding and abetting charges against Garlinghouse and Larsen, which was revealed in a shocking filing on October 19, 2023. In addition, the dismissal was made with prejudice, which means that the SEC will not be able to refile those charges in the future. A total surrender or submission. The question is, what caused the SEC to go into complete hiding? There are a number of important determinants at play here. In the first place, the precedent set by the earlier retail ruling destroyed the basis upon which the aiding and abetting allegations were built. The executive's exposure was significantly reduced because retail sales did not involve securities. It would have been extremely difficult to prove that they were complicit in unlawful institutional sales. Second, eliminating the fees will move the SEC closer to its ultimate goal, which is to appeal the retail decision. If you skip the executive trials, there will be fewer obstacles in the way of starting the appeals process earlier. Third, this gives the impression that the SEC is losing confidence in its own case as Ripple continues to rack up wins. The SEC is able to avoid an outright loss in the future by reaching a settlement now rather than in the future. Upon the publication of the news, Ripple, as was to be expected, immediately claimed complete vindication. According to Garlinghouse, this demonstrates that the SEC was politically motivated and overreaching in its investigation of Ripple. You can anticipate Ripple to be aggressive in its pursuit of a favorable settlement now that its opponent is on the defensive. Legally speaking, the SEC will continue to pursue its case against Ripple regarding the sale of XRP to institutional investors. However, the chances of success for the SEC appear to be very low in light of an earlier court decision that cast doubt on whether or not this violates securities laws at all. Many legal experts are of the opinion that the dropped charges will serve as motivation for both parties to finally settle their differences and put an end to the lawsuit. Although there has been no official announcement as of yet, the likelihood of a settlement occurring has significantly increased. In the short term, the news caused an immediate increase in the price of XRP, which led to a rally of more than 4% to approximately 51 cents. In the future, there will be less uncertainty regarding regulatory requirements, which will increase the appeal of investing in XRP. In point of fact, XRP has been climbing higher for weeks leading up to this on the grounds that investors believe the SEC case is on shaky ground. If Ripple is successful, there is a good chance that XRP will reach $1 once more. In the event that Ripple emerges victorious, There are investors who believe the cryptocurrency could revisit its all-time high of more than $3. When viewed in a broader context, this case has a significant bearing on the powers that the SEC has over cryptocurrency. A decisive defeat in this case would establish a precedent that restricts the types of assets that the SEC can regulate as securities. It would be a huge victory for the cryptocurrency industry's efforts to get fair regulation if they were successful. Ripple has demonstrated that it has gained the upper hand in this conflict, as evidenced by the SEC's decision to drop the charges against it. This is a huge win for Ripple and a massive defeat for the SEC's anti-cryptocurrency crusade. As more information becomes available, I will continue to share it with you here.